So what happened in Pahalgam, and where is Pahalgam? You see the little star on the map. It is, of course, a tourist attraction, one of the most beautiful places that you can visit. And having commanded, the 15 Corps in Kashmir myself, I can testify to that it'll probably be, if some of you've seen it, for others that haven't, amongst the most beautiful places that you can go to. Approximately 7,000 feet above mean sea level, and replete with exquisite meadows and valleys. 30 million tourists, ladies and gentlemen, thronged Jammu and Kashmir last year, and many of these would have had Pahalgam on their itinerary. And yet, on the 22nd of April, terror came calling. And how? Sponsored terrorists from across the line of control killed 26 innocent tourists, singled them out, identified them, asked for the community that they came from, and shot them in cold blood in front of their families and loved ones. There were immediate claimers. This was glory, but yet when the Kashmir Resistance Front that claimed the attack initially realized that possibly matters had gone beyond their control, immediately later withdrew. And that, of course, follows a pattern. It set into motion a process. Everybody knew that a response was inevitable. But we took our time, ladies and gentlemen. The Chief of Army Staff has probably alluded to this in some of his exchanges with the media, that there was complete flexibility for the armed forces to carry out and prosecute the actions that followed. So between the 22nd of April and the night of the 6th and 7th of May, the actions that you see on your screen were evolving and unfolding. So we were appreciating enemy courses of action. We were prioritizing our targets. And I'll just speak in a moment about that. We carried out certain precautionary deployment on our borders to make sure that the enemy was deterred. And of course, there was a lot of inter-service government departments and agencies that were coordinating amongst themselves. The final selection of targets was carried out from a large number of targets that we kind of scrutinized. And of course, while all this was happening, there was a very harmonized and proactive information warfare campaign that was also unfolding.